All right, we're in the Americana Classic Tournament. It is the weekend round. This week has not gone like I thought it was going to go. It has been super busy, so I did not get as much practice in as I would like, and I've had where I got 9 holes in and was good, and playing the 18, I haven't been able to put two sides together. So my best 9-hole round this week is 15, and my best 18 is 27. And I've been seeing in my clan some pretty low scores. I saw a minus 35. I mean, that is... you gotta hit every shot perfect, and everything has to be perfect. You have to really set everything up. I mean, it's possible. I mean, obviously, it's possible because somebody got it. But that's just a tremendous round. And as I suspected at the beginning of the week, the scores here are so wild. I mean, just going back, I don't like to go up and see what people are at, but just kind of going up to see like where people have, everybody from, it's looking like we're getting into where everybody's played their round right here, and we're about 77 people. So that means there's 23 people that haven't finished their rounds. But looking just right here, it takes a minus 24 just to get to 73rd. So there's going to be there's going to be some wild scores going up the scale. So I don't know what the people at the top have, but I'm looking at this round at if I don't shoot a minus 15, minus 16 per side, if I'm not looking at minus 30, there's probably zero chance of winning. So I'm going to have to play spot on all day today. And we're going to have to start off on hole number 1. It's absolutely critical on all these par 4s. You have to get an eagle on all the par 4s, and you have to get an eagle on all the par 5s. That's 6 out of 9 holes, so there's minus 12, minus 15 around, that's minus 13. And if you can pick up the Albie on 3, or if you can pick up one of the hole-in-ones or something else to move you up that scale, but it's going to be a very, very tight round. There's no missing shots today. I need an extra mile and a marlin. That's all I'm going to take to hole number 1. Hole number 1 sets the tone. I'm just going to try and play nice and loose. The scores are so low that, that minus 35 really, that is a monster score. A monster score. You guys are seeing scores like that in your brackets. That's one of the reasons why I don't like to go up and look at what the people at the top have, because when you start your round, it can affect you. You're like, man, you may have one of those days where you're on and you could get that score, but then you go look at that score and you're like, holy crap, there's no way. So it's a little less than a ring and a half. Max overpower hook. And I got all of it. Slow down just a little. Slow down just a little. Just a little. Don't end up in that rough. And that's a usual landing spot right there. The last time I was on this hole, it was one of those 1 in 10 times where it rolled off just enough that it caught the rough up there. There's about 3 in 10 where it's actually either on the green or on the fringe, and the other 6 times it's right about where it's at. So that's one of the things I like about that shot out there, is that this is typically the area that you're going to end up in. Now, if you have an Apocalypse 4 in your account, where when that Apocalypse gets to that level, and I think it's level 4, where it finally gets more curl than your extra mile, that little teeny drop in distance here, which is probably only about 4 or 5 yards, it's going to roll in the sand. Ooh, it had just enough speed to roll past. Excellent. Nice shot. The good news about being down here is you're on the flat, so you have less of the hill effect. Isn't it perfect? And no. All right, that's the way to start the round. Super important to get the momentum going and get your juices going and feel like you're actually playing to win. If you're playing in a tournament like this, and there are some, like, okay, you could miss hole number 1 and still get up there. This tournament's got that many open spots on it, but it's always good to get it. But there's some tournaments that, like hole number 1 is like super hard, super critical. He needs to take the top spin off on that, and he needs to back spin it in with the rapier. One of the problems with the rapier, one of the reasons why a lot of people are like, hey, I'm an in-bringer guy and you're a rapier guy, is the in-bringer guys, they're used to doing the one backspin hop to get into the hole. And rapier guys are used to doing the top spin shot like that. And the deal is when you use a rapier, go look at your rapier stats. I mean, it has better backspin and better all that stuff than an in-bringer, and you can use it exactly the same way. So if you find yourself in a spot like that where you have to actually move it off the putting green, the putting surface, it might be better to just do the one backspin hop to get in. My opponent made that shot, but whenever you're going from one surface to another, it can take an irregular bounce. Good game. Good luck in the tourney. All right, starting off with a -2. That's the way to get the ball rolling. So that was hole number 1 of the Americana Classic Tournament and the weekend round of the Rookie Division. Thanks for watching.